What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
Nandru's Forge. If it isn't the envoy.
Glad to know you're already making friends.
We are not so ignorant as you seem to think us.
Where are my guards? Get her out of here.
Let's not be rash. The envoy's word carries the weight of Adir. It might benefit us to hear what she has to say. Let it never be said the Wardens of Solace are impolite brutes. Merely recluses.
Very well. We'll deal with the severe breach in protocol later. Tell us why you insult our halls at Diren.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
Even with Fjord still standing, the Steel Garrote caused so much destruction. You should be afraid of the same here.
We have heard of their Inquisitor. A woman who died and lived again.
A myth. And yet you insist she is real.
If she is here. My wardens patrol these lands day and night. A force large enough to take the mines couldn't have entered the tusks without my knowledge.
It would be a mistake to underestimate them. Ludwine's madness is second only to her cunning.
Wasn't that the creature who tried to destroy Fjord?
Perhaps I will discharge a few wardens to investigate, just to be certain.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. No. The soul of Nandru protects this place, protects his wardens. No curse may touch us here.
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face, I recognize them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way. Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala. Follow me, Envoy.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Good.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course. Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more than the living. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. It is. I understand, Mihala, but principles won't keep your people fed and safe. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Mihala won't have it. Our isolation here is not elective, but imposed on us by her. And Nandru, and our long traditions. Tradition is a tricky thing to end, Envoy. People become attached, don't they, to the old ways of doing things? Even when those old ways are killing them. I have tried to broach the topic of trade with her many times, as have my predecessors with her predecessors, and clearly we have gotten nowhere. Outside influence. The call of the wider world. She doesn't voice it, but she fears that if our wardens know the comforts of the lands beyond our borders, they will want to leave the tusks. I think she's right. I would rather abandon every tradition and forget who we are than watch my people suffer needlessly for pride. And without them, we are not wardens. Let the wardens die then, if my people might survive. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Stilgarot. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. I'd rather be a traitor than responsible for the death of my people. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
I understand ridding yourselves of the keep, but to help the Steel Garrote... disgusting.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Steel Garrote in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. I have been nothing but honest with you about my intention to save my people. If that is treachery, then I shall proudly bear the title traitor. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. Of course, but need she be stopped by you? Now? In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, perceptive as ever. If you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives. The monastery is dedicated to preserving our historical artifacts, including some that are of great interest to me. Let's just say I have an academic interest in them. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. I understand. Good luck on your search for the Garden Envoy. Aye.
Still lingering, Adiren? I'd watch your tongue, Envoy. Slandering a council member is not going to get you far. But talk, Envoy. Envoy, I understand your people are in awe of the Steel Garrote, but we have no fear of them here. Let them come. We will put them in their place if they step out of line. Try not to waste my time, Envoy. Some of us have real work to do. Good.
Adir is coming, whether we like it or not.
Any news, Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. No, the Council's still going at it. No harm colonies.
Have to bring this to the Council's attention. No, I could possibly... It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer.
Abaddon, patron god of...
Ah, the outsiders! Welcome. I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the Council appointed me. Thanks. She was a great master. Even if she could have used the odd bath now and again. But that's beside the point. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abidan in a forge. How unique. What can I do for you? Did he now? And what exactly is Abidan's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else forge master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal archivist. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. May Abidan guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
I wonder how this will turn out. There's so much we don't know about the properties of otherworldly metals.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as... You will not find them lacking. That said, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more stuff... Certainly. I look forward to seeing what the...
At least your enemies will see a gorge.
It is done. I call it... Thank you for your kind words, outsider. I will take them to heart. Blessed... What can I... Bless... Let's. Proper rifling for the barrel.
Let's keep a sick.
Here you are. A firearm unlike any other. Use it to... I should...
Time has shown that the arms and armor of Solis Keep are unmatched. Matched in quality anywhere else in the living world.
Walk with the gods, outsider.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
You cannot. These are Pargrunin matters. Would prefer that you not involve yourself.
What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother.
Pargrunin affairs are Pargrunin affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders.
Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas. See? Even the Outlander agrees with me. Kostya means well, but he's short-sighted. Mikhaila knows what happens if we allow the Outlanders inside. They'll take and take and take. Soon they'll attempt to tell us our ways are wrong, that we must become like them. Until nothing of us is left and we become just an appendage of some other people.
At least we'll be fed.
Enough. No more of this nonsense. Stop talking.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunin are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
Never thought I'd miss Emerald Stair.
What do you think? It means
What do you think what means?
Outlander coming to Solace Keep. What do you think it means? Is it a sign from Nandru?
A sign from Nandru? Let Mikhaila hear you say that. She'd throw you in the lava.
I'm so tempted. What did you say? I should start my count.
Come on! Come all!
You asked for it!
Worth and rough! Crack 10!
What you like?
Worth and rough! Crack 10! Crack 10! Worth and rough! Worth and rough! Worth and rough! Worth and rough!
suppose that's edible. Well,
The council members are having real food.
Excellent work.
vengeance.
Be safe out.
Sounds right. Petru wouldn't be pleased either. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zaribs, killed in a lava flow. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned warden tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him. Never thought I'd see an outsider.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this sounds much more ominous.
An outlander.
Food today was as rancid as a Zarib's bones.
I think that's real fruit.
Welcome to Serina's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see.
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of justice system answer for itself.
Gods, what?
Do you do this? Move along.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
You know him? Then you can advocate for me.
You've got your work cut out for you. But if you want to try, go ahead.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm not paid enough to argue with it. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe. See? If I never smell sulfur again, it'll be too soon.